Welcome back. New Jersey has one of the highest autism rates in the country. And the problem is, once you get that diagnosis, sometimes there's no roadmap for parents. Someone that helps is Genine Armellino, chapter coordinator at Autism Community in Action, also known as TACA. It's the New Jersey chapter. Thank you so much for being here. What exactly does TACA do?
TACA provides support and education to parents that have children living with autism.
I was telling you the story before we started that I have a niece and a nephew with autism, and their parents said, you know, if your child is diagnosed with most diseases, there's a lot of support, there's a path forward, you know exactly what you're supposed to do. But with autism, you have to figure out a lot of this stuff on your own.
Correct.
That's where you come in?
Right. TACA, the Autism Community in Action, once you find us, we say you're never alone. Because what we do as parents, help other parents try to find medical treatments, try to find education, try to find therapies to help these parents through this process.
One of the problems with autism is, well, there's a lot of problems, but one of the problems with autism is that the spectrum is so wide.
Correct.
And so there's different treatments for different children depending where they are on the spectrum. Mm-hmm. So do you have to individualize the help, right?
Correct. And with TACA, they have a wonderful program called Parent Mentoring. So what that does is you fill out an online form, and the parents will say a little bit about what their child is going through, what kind of behaviors they're having, what kind of issues they're having. And what TACA does is they match up a parent like myself to that other parent. And through email and maybe face-to-face contact, they help that parent try to find therapies and find doctors that help that particular child's needs.
So you are also parents, everybody in TACA is also a parent?
Yes.
And so you know what the parent's going through. You can relate to them on a level maybe that a social worker or a medical professional can't relate to them on.
I wouldn't say that, because a lot of the medical professionals who have who are in the autism family or who treat children with autism often enough have family members or children in this that have autism.
Right.
So, but
nobody knows like a parent.
Correct. This is
Whether
true.
it's the medical professional that happens to be
Right.
have a child with autism, nobody knows what it's like.
It's only one parent to another parent could really tell you what it's like to be up all night with your child and still have to be able to function at your job and still have your child be able to go to school and function at school too.
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem. I mean, you've brought up school now several times.
School is one of the things where I think parents that have children with autism struggle the most, because it's trying to find services within their school district that could best help their child's needs. And I think that's sometimes a struggle with parents, to be able to really self-advocate for their child, to say, my child needs this, and the school district, whether they funding is low or they're not able to provide the services for their child.
But the emotional toll has got to be great. And so you can go for the medicine, you can go through educators and things like that, but there's another part of it where you just have to unload to somebody. You just have to be able to say, this is what I'm going through,
correct.
And it's really difficult.
And personally, I have a very amazing support system between my parents, my son's grandparents, other family members, but they don't understand like another parent does, how it is to watch your child struggle, watch your child not have friends, and watch your child not be able to verbalize when they are sick or having a bad day at school, or just a bad day in general.
I was talking to a parent one time whose child had autism and was going through school, had a counselor that went around with her, and I said, what do you hope for your child? Because at that point she was having difficulty even talking, and she was like in 3rd grade. And she said, I just want her to be able to go to the prom. And she started crying. She goes, I just want her to live a normal life.
Right.
I just want her to be able to go and get an apartment when she gets out of high school or
Right.
gets out of college and live on her own. And those are the type of things that you understand.
Right. One of TACA's objective is for every child living with autism to be able to live an independent life. And what does that mean? It's hard to say. I mean, be able to go to a prom on their own, yes, that could be what one parent wants for their child, but there's also abilities where children with special needs can attend prom, and there's special proms for them to attend. And there are other ways to see that independent life different from what you originally see your child at the beginning. When you have a child with autism, your viewpoint of where that child's life changes, because you have to be able to accept what sometimes, I want to say that.
No, that's really difficult. What you're saying is perfect, because what you're saying is expectations change.
Your expectations change. You want to be able to accept
you don't want them
your
to be too low.
Right. You want to accept your child for who they are, but you also want to aim for the sky.
So how do people get a hold of TACA?
Through the website, it's takanow.org. There are various places. You go through the chapter and you'll be able to find the New Jersey chapter, and that has all the New Jersey information. Also on there, you can sign up to be a member, and then you get e-newsletters that come out monthly, both nationally and locally. And
you're a not-for-profit?
We are a not-for-profit.
So you're looking for donations as well?
Always.
On your site? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate your time.
Genine Armellino, chapter coordinator at Autism Community in Action, also known as TACA, the New Jersey chapter. When we come back, are you a homemaker with no work experience? Well, we've got a job for you. We'll tell you about it when Jersey Matters comes right back.